Hello Stampers, thank you for joining me today. It's Stamping Fun with Gail time, and this is the card we're going to be making. And this is the last month that we can get any of the free stamp sets from Sale-A-Bration. So we're going to concentrate on this one, Driving By. So let's go ahead and get started, and as we're doing it, I'll go ahead and tell you how I made everything. So, and what did I do with my... Here it is. Okay, first of all, I took a piece of 4 by 5 1/4 white cardstock, and I used the Natural Textures. I had used another one, but I forgot that it was retired. So this is the actual stamp that I used, kind of a gauzy or mesh looking thing. And I stamped it in Pacific Point, and then I overlapped it in Granny Apple Green, and then the Pink Polished and Daffodil Delight. The reason I did that is because, you know, when Volkswagens were popular, which is the vehicle we're going to make, it was kind of in the 60s and I think early 70s. Anyway, so I was trying to make a retro card. And I used this from Free as a Bird. I used this flower right here. So what I did is, this is about a 2 1/4 inch circle from our layering circles. And we cut that out, and I just stamped it kind of randomly with that in the Daffodil Delight. Then I took this next size up in the layering circle scallop, and I cut that out. I went ahead and I'm putting this on dimensionals, and I put this layer on dimensionals. So we're going to go ahead and place that now. Well, if I can get that off. I had acrylic nails on for my grandson's wedding back in December, and I've not been able to get my nails healed from all of that yet. So we're going to put it off to the side, I think right about there. Then I cut off the packages that were on the top of the stamp set, or the stamp. See how it has the little packages? Well, it leaves that nice little line, so you can cut it out pretty easy. So I cut it out, and I colored it with light and dark Daffodil Delight, and the light black for the tires, and then the light, can't think of it, Smokey Slate. Anyway, so I put that on dimensionals, and I will have all the dimensions and everything that I've used down below in the description. So, and I just kind of put that there in the center. Then I used the Driving By just to say hi, and I went ahead and stamped that in just the Memento ink, and then I used our scallop punch. One is a scallop and one is a layer, and I just took my blending brush and I went all over it in Granny Apple Green. And I just kind of put it off to the side. Now on the inside, I stamped, and this was from our Special Moments, which is also in the Sale-A-Brations. And this is so good. There are so many great sayings in this. I just cannot express it enough. And if you spend $100, you will get this for free in the Sale-A-Bration book. But we chose the Where Would I Be Without a Friend Like You? So, and I thought that was kind of apropos since it was driving and all those other things. So let me get some glue on here. And this was crooked, so I had to turn it over. And we'll just put that in. Again, this is 4 by 5 1/4. And there you have it. This was Polished Pink, which I forgot to tell you, and this is 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. So, as I said, all the dimensions will be down below. And so now we're going to hit the next one, and then I'll show you a couple other ones that I made. So this is the next one, and I've already changed it because I found something I liked better. But this is, oops, the Awesome Otters. And it's also in our Sale-A-Bration. And I went ahead and I used from the Hippo, what's it called? I never can remember. Hippo Friends dies. I used this smallest and the next to the largest in the dies for that. So I don't have the marbled paper, and I can't use the marbled stamp that we used to have because that's out of date. So this is what I did. Give me 1 second here. I just took a paper plate and I stole my husband's shaving cream. And I have just a wood skewer that you'd use, you know, to grill something or kebabs on. And I just kind of sprayed it with that. I'm actually going to take my little ruler. I think it'll scrape it off or spread it out a little bit better. Okay. Then I took some Misty Moonlight and some Pool Party, and I just kind of dropped down a few little drops here and there. Kind of makes me think of food coloring and to do for a cake or something. Okay, that was the Misty Moonlight. Here's some Pool Party. And here is just a drop of or two of Old Navy, of Night of Navy. So probably 4 or 5 drops each. Then I take my skewer and I just kind of start stirring it up. When I get it swirled pretty good, I'll get these darker colors that are clumping together kind of mixed over here. Okay, I think that looks pretty marbled. Then I took a piece of paper and I just left it over there. Excuse me a minute. And this measures 3 3/4 by 5, and I set it down in the middle, and then I just pushed it down until I got almost every single corner covered. And then I need a couple pieces of paper towel, and I picked it up. And when you pick it up, it gives you such a pretty color. And I used my plastic ruler that I cleaned or spread it out with, and I just kind of scrape that back off to the side. And then I lay this down, and you'll have a pretty blue thumb, not a green thumb, but a blue thumb. And I'm just going to hold it down with my scissors, and I'm going to wipe it off. And it really only takes a second to dry. But isn't that pretty? This is an old technique that I haven't done in a long time, and all of a sudden I thought, you know, I think I want to do that again for everybody, because it's been forever. So anyway, there you have it. That's the card front. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to still have shaving cream on my hands and now blue ink. But we're going to go ahead and start working on the rest of the card. So this is what I did, is I took that and I stamped it and I cut it out in the smallest one. Now I'm going to give you a heads up on this. I cut this out to mask it. This is actually 2 pieces of Post-it note, and I put them on top of each other because I'm going to stick them back in this foam. and just see how we can do here. I'm going to wipe it off and my tweezers. And then we're going to take this and where we put the Post-it note, because I've already colored underneath, we're going to lift that up and we have our otter in the sea. And if you wanted, you could take your blendables, which is what I used in the light and dark misty blue, and just color in your little water drops. I did leave him completely alone because he was in that picture. So anyway, there it is. You don't really waste that much shaving cream, but you get a really, really neat effect. So on the inside, I took the You're Utterly Awesome, and I just stamped it everywhere. And then I took, here he is, I did this otter. And I got some Wommels, and I just had them. You get a package of 10, I think it is, and I think it's about $8. I just set them out to show you. Of course, now I don't know where they are, because that's how everything happens for me. Here they are. I put them away again. But I bought these on Amazon. I think I paid them, like I said, about $8, and you do get 12, not 10. So I took this, and you put one part, and I put the solid part down against this. And I think I'm going to want them right about there. So then I'm going to take the top part off. I actually did this backwards from what I normally do, but it'll still work. Oop. And my grandchildren absolutely, the little ones especially, absolutely love these things that jiggle and wiggle and shaker cards, etc. They just love all of that. So, okay, that goes on the otter. So then it's deciding where you want the otter, and even though that's right there, I'm going to put him right there. So you close your card, you open it up, and it has wiggled. So now we're going to do the front of the card. And the first thing we're going to do is put our little otter on the blue paper, if I can get my glue to come out. Go. So we're going to adhere him or her I just think it turned out so cute. And then we're going to take the one we just did, and it's still a little bit damp, so we're just going to hope that it'll work. And I'm going to put glue on it. It really, though, with the shaving cream, doesn't take it that long to dry. But, you know, in a video, you're trying to hurry it up. Oh, and I cut this one 4 by 5 1/4, but it'll still get on there. Isn't that so pretty? Then get out my dimensionals. I don't know about y'all, but it had been really, really cold last week. And I'm so glad that it warmed up. But we have to go to Minnesota and pick up my brother-in-law and sister-in-law. And it's going to be cold up there. Arkansas doesn't really get that weather too much. And I think, I was going to put them off to the side, but I think we're going to put him right in the middle. And then I'm going to use some of these iridescent beads because they sort of look to me like water splashing in the sunlight. Still have shaving cream on it. Okay, I'm going to do a big one right there. And I'm going to do that's a medium one. Do a big one right there. And I'm going to do a little one over here. And then I'm going to get my dark Misty Moonlight, and I'll be right back. And I'm going to color in these little drops. I need my glasses. I'm sorry about the phone ringing. Anyway, that's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed both of them. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And don't forget to tap the little bell so you'll get all of my notifications. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Bye-bye.